Welcome to the Iron Table, where iron sharpens iron. So should men sharpen men. I am your host, Brian, and I'm joined by my brothers, Keith, Danny, and Steve. We pull up the chair, we keep it real at the table. We speak with grace and weight. We are your waiters, bringing you truth with a side of humor, loaded with accountability and thought. We serve it straight. Welcome to the Iron Table. Welcome to the Iron Table.
All right. No, gotta play the hook. Gotta play the hook. But
Are we gonna have a new one every week, Brian?
No.
Yeah, he
No,
gonna
we're
have
gonna
to.
pick
You gonna have to
between the
change
two.
that up. I don't like how he said Steve, man. That what he hung
What you
that
talking
he
about?
hung on to that. Nah, you
You
gotta
don't
go
like,
back
I
and
mean,
listen to
Steve
that.
just has that long
No,
effect.
they ain't. He
It
hung.
has a long
Nah,
E.
bro.
That's what he doing. He's
we gonna have
speaking
to.
correct English. He's got the long E.
I don't need no man holding on to my name, not my name that long.
He
All right,
wasn't a
so
real man.
no, we only going. We got between the two,
It's a
so we're going
demon.
to put out a poll to see if we like the smooth jazz version, or I call this the funk beat version. I like funk. See, look, I'm glad
I think
Keith is
I
muted.
think Keith muted.
I'm glad he is
Yeah,
muted.
Keith. I think you muted.
He was going to say something. All right.
See.
All right, let me go ahead and take care of
Sorry. That's why I need to stay muted.
That's why you need to stay muted.
Let me.
All right,
Okay,
so
yeah, go ahead.
we're gonna try to do something a little
It's not
different this
fair.
time. No, iron table is iron sharpens iron, so should men sharpen men. Also, we're gonna try to help fellas out. So, guys, if you have any questions during our next live segment or recording, if you reach us out to us at tablemics@gmail.com, we're gonna read your question. We're gonna answer it. We're going to give you the correct answer, the incorrect answer, and then give you the correct answer again so that you don't say something that you shouldn't and get yourself in trouble. And also, you can tell us which one do you like? Do you like the funk version or do you like the smooth jazz? Steve apparently doesn't really care for the funk version because of how they say his name, but crazy in the smooth jazz version, they hold that E too. So
See,
you're gonna have to get rid of it.
we're gonna have to talk.
All right, so kind of to break the ice, other than talking about Steve. First, before we get to that break the ice question, fellas, it's been about 4 weeks since we last went live. 4 weeks since we met. What's been going on?
Well, I'll say for me, just found out this week that I lost a good friend, and mentor unexpectedly. You know, he apparently had some health challenges, and we got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves because he was young, had 6 kids,
Mm.
and it just is a reminder as men, for me, it's the reminder to make sure that you're prioritizing your health because
True.
who's got time to leave 6 kids
Wow.
and a beautiful wife and so many people who look up to you? And yeah, just also was a reminder for me to whatsoever thy hand findeth to do it with all thy might. I don't know, I might get hit by a bus tomorrow,
True.
and I'm carrying too much
Yeah.
that needs to be in the hands of those. So sobering week for me, but good to I'm good to be here at the table.
Cool, man. Sorry to you experiencing that.
Part of life.
Yeah, it is a part of life.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So you missed all that he said.
No, I can hear him. I can hear that.
But it was soft?
No, you good. I was saying
Like
wow.
Steven?
Nah, but seriously, sorry for your loss. We pray that the community, that the village that his wife and children have, that they step up, that they're able to. They can't fill the gap, but they can at least make it a little bit smaller. All right, Steve, Keith.
Nothing much, man. Coming this way, man. Just we hosted an event at the house, and that was interesting. It was good. It's interesting. I think I'm in the season now where I'm just even professionally and clients and whatnot. I'm giving people other options. You know what I mean? Like I always tell my couples therapy ain't always you come into couples therapy. It's not always to stay together. Sometimes you don't need to be together. So I think I'm in a space of being able to tell people what's real at this point in time, because let's not waste any more time. It's getting to that point. It's that season of letting
Season to
people
break up.
no, I'm just saying season of his understanding what the future is going to be, and things aren't going to change. Sometimes people marry for potential instead of what things are right now, and they get disappointed when potential does not come full realize as soon as they get married, so at that point, you enter in a marriage backwards. It's never going to work at that point. So
Okay. All right.
Wow, yeah. It's what have I been doing? That's just it. I've been so busy.
You seem soft to me, Keith.
Oh, sorry. I gotta get in here. Gotta get in here.
he got to eat the mic, as they say.
So I was saying, I've been so busy. I don't even it's all a blur. So I think these next few weeks I'm about to slow down. Like you said, Danny. Said something that has also been hitting me lately as well. I want to be here a little bit longer. So, in order to do that in a way that is healthy and that is safe, I need to slow down in some areas and work on some other things. So I was telling him I sent some messages randomly out there about just doing music. Some churches, some not churches, just coming out, because that's it's therapeutic for me. So I'm looking to just get out there and do some things that bring fulfillment, but just enjoy. There's other things I want to do outside of therapy all day. Nothing against it. Love my clients too, but anybody who is anybody who helps others needs to find a way to purge all the weight that we pick up. All the people in the public service fields, we need to find a way to debrief.
Y'all do.
Declutter.
Y'all need rage rooms.
Rage rooms. I thought about building a place where people just come take a nap. Come take a nap. Come take a nap.
Yeah.
You know what? That's been happening to me.
That nap is important.
I want to provide a space. I went to the dentist. Go to sleep.
I went to the dentist office, and the hygienist was I was waiting on the hygienist to come in, and in between that 3-minute period between the time they sat me down to the time she came in, I fell asleep. I fell asleep because that was the first time in days that I just was not busy. So
that's a lot of them in the barber chair too. Just I told you, he was trying to do my lineup, and I'm fighting for my life. I'm sleeping. Like, you better wake up. You're gonna be mad.
Got that Sherman.
He gonna give me that Sherman Hemsley. That's Stevie Wonder.
Jesus Christ.
All right, before I get into what's going on, just gotta show this. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live. Just continue to search for the Iron Table. But it's one thing to just watch us. You gotta share us. You gotta like and subscribe. You've got to get the word out. You know, we only know a certain amount of people, but you know a little bit more. So we're asking that you, yeah, I'm looking at the camera, you share this with your family and friends so that they can get the word out. All right, so I'll say this: since the last time we talked, a couple of things has happened. My wife, they had to bury her grandfather. This man lived to be 94 years old.
Wow.
And he was driving maybe up to a month before he had to go and before, like, right up until he went into the hospital. So he strong man. And then my son and wife, they had a birthday same week. And my father-in-law, just like back to back to back. Just birthdays. So, you know, I'm glad that they're still around. I'm glad you guys are still around. But I got kind of a silly question before we get into today's theme, which I'll show a little bit later. I'm gonna ask y'all this because we all grew up in the 80s and the 90s, which I think is, you know, some of the best cartoons that was out there. But who was the better villain, Megatron, Skeletor, or Cobra Commander? And better villain. Now, I'm not saying most successful. I'm not saying that had the most money. I'm saying, in your opinion, you got to say out of the three. Let me bring it back up. Megatron, Skeletor, or Cobra Commander. Those three.
I'm gonna tell you, the only one of those that I was scared of was Skeletor. that might have to do with how old I was when I discovered him.
So
And,
what was it about him? Just the look?
Skeletor is just like reminiscent of death and destruction and like being unalived. And so I don't know, the realm of death and the dead and Skeletor. He's Skeletor. You're gonna be a skeleton when he finished with you. Like, I don't know.
He never beat He-Man. I mean,
well, he might not have beat He-Man, but he had to be a good enough villain to make me scared. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. All right. All right. So again, Megatron, Cobra Commander, or Skeletor?
I say Cobra Commander. he had to deal with all of GI Joe, and they had to have it was organized chaos, but it was persistent organized chaos. Every episode. So whether they ever beat Joes, I don't ever know either. But
well, they did kill. Didn't they kill Duke?
I think so.
Or what? No, that was Serpentor. That wasn't
do that.
Cobra Commander.
They were not allowed to have death or killing, so that was real big because you know everybody shoot lasers and or nobody gets hit. That's just it. All those lasers will be fired and nobody gets hit. They could punch each other, but nobody. No, it's kind of like action.
Nobody gets hurt.
Action movies, all those bullets flying, nobody gets hurt.
Nobody, or at least none of the good guys.
None of the good guys. Steven,
and they had the best weapons.
They did. The bad guys.
Cobra had a bankroll.
Yeah, they did. That's why I said organized chaos. They had money to fund their folly.
Right. Okay. All right, Steve.
Looking at that list, man, I was gonna go for Megatron, but I've been actually recently watching what preceded Transformers. What Transformers came from was GoBots. And GoBots had a villain called Psy-Kill. He was a he was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Psy-Kill he didn't care. He was killing human beings. It was an episode where they had like captured like all the Earths like in these little balls, like I guess their soul or something, and these little orange balls. And he was telling people, telling the other Transformers, GoBots, if you don't do what needs to be done or do what I want you to do, I'm gonna start killing folk. And he said, he said, just so you know, I ain't playing. He smashed one. He said 1 billion gone already. Oh yeah, GoBots
Psycho
got
was
They
bad.
let us.
down.
They
They
let
didn't
us watch. They let us watch this as kids.
Yeah, but
1
you see, that's
billion
why
gone.
GoBots was only lasted for 2 seasons because it showed violence. Like the bad guys
Why-
could do something.
GoBots,
Why was Mumra not on
GoBots
here?
didn't play.
Why was Mumra? Because I mean, he ain't
Mumra,
beat.
yeah.
I mean, if you want to add him, I said that you could have a dark horse. I just listed those 3 because I mean, movies they've been in the movies lately.
Well, as of late, I view Mumra differently because he was created and painted to be the villain. But someone who analyzed this again, I gotta stay off the worldwide internet. They made a point that the Thundercats crash landed on his planet where he had been living his entire life. So you trying to colonize my planet and I'm fighting back and I'm the bad guy?
They discovered it.
Right. They discovered it. But
It was
and
already
so I see him more as an anti-hero than I see him as a villain, because truthfully he was just defending what belongs to him. So
Okay, so Mumra is now the anti-hero.
yeah,
It's not the
call him a
villain.
good guy, but I won't call him a villain either.
Of course, how he woke up like, who's messing with my?
Right. Exactly.
Okay, all
Who's
right.
trying to colonize my island?
I'm gonna throw out a dark horse, and it's only because we were talking about this before, and it's probably for comedic relief. Florida Evans. Florida Evans was a
There
villain.
you go.
And why was she a villain? Because every time that family, was about to move on out, James won the lotto. James. You know that money's ill-gotten. They had
Jesus.
Black Jesus. Had him. Everyone was winning something. Take it down. It was just anytime, however
Anytime
they were
Jay's
blessed to
trying
get.
to get them out together, she will be like, no.
James not. No, we need to stay here. Stay here. Or Evan. But no, seriously, I would say out of the 3 that was there, I think Megatron was probably the worst. All right, who eating a bag of chips? All this scratchy sound. We're trying to sneak a bag of chips. Not even sharing.
Guilty.
Okay, let's make sure we're paying too much for this. Paying too much for this. But all right, so let's just go straight into today's thing because I think we're gonna get a little bit more traction there. So I was just sitting around, just thinking on my drive home about some of the time, some of the common terms that we as men use when we're responding to our significant others, family members, anybody, and sometimes is misunderstood. So today's theme is going to be, there's a better way to say that. So let me start off with one of the first often misunderstood terms. When we say I'm fine. When you hear I'm fine as a man, what are you thinking?
She's not fine.
Not fine.
No, I'm not talking about. No, not saying that she's saying I'm
saying
fine.
if you say-
I'm saying
if you
you're
saying
saying.
it.
If someone asks you a question like, "How you doing?" I'm fine.
So if I hear a man say
Shut
I'm
up.
fine,
Same thing.
Yeah,
not
shut up.
fine.
Yeah. So that's what you
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Now is that dismissive? Can that be viewed as dismissive?
possibly.
Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, is there a better way to say, I'm fine, I'm coping, or, like nothing's wrong and there might be something, but you kind of just don't want to talk right now. Normally we say, I'm fine. But is there a better way to say that where it doesn't come off as, I guess.
I don't know, because the alternative can be detriment. It could be very bad if I say something else.
But what's
If I
the
really
what's the
say how I
something
feel?
else? Oh, hold on, wait
You
a
want me
minute.
to say that?
Yeah, what you say that.
If
Hold
it,
on.
wait a minute, I'm
Yeah, I mean, what is the alternative? I mean, when you're saying I'm fine, but you're not fine,
mhm.
but you're really just trying to, get your thoughts together, but you're not at a point where you're ready to respond. But we're saying I'm fine. Like
A
what
lot of
is
times
what
I think for me, like if I say I'm fine, if I'm not fine and I'm saying I'm fine, I'm saying that because I don't want any further discussion right now. I just need you to kind of leave me alone. And if I really say what I need to say, or if I really say how I want to say it, it's not going to come out constructive at all, and we're going to be arguing about something that has nothing to do with why I'm not fine.
Mm.
So I mean, and sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, because again, it is more or less you masking kind of how you feel. But sometimes I think that it is, it's a time and place for everything.
True.
Sometimes I'm fine suffices for, it being an argument about something else. Because then a lot of times people don't, I mean, depending on, well, I'll just say even for a black man, if I express my feelings, if sometimes if I express them in a way that has any type of emotion, sometimes I'm looked at as an angry black man. So sometimes I'm fine is a time and place for me to kind of gather my thoughts, so that way when I do communicate to you, it's going to be in a constructive manner. But there are, I guess you guys will allude to, there are better ways to say I'm fine without blowing people off.
okay? Anyone else want to chime in, or do you even have a better way of saying it so that the person that cares or that's actually genuinely trying to care doesn't feel as though you're dismissing them, that you're just like, I don't even want to, I can't
I
trust you
just
with my emotion,
I
or my
just say I
feelings.
need a minute. I
Mhm.
need a minute. And if somebody chooses to push,
Mm-mm,
yeah.
mm-mm.
But if
Get
I
the
say
button
I
ready,
if I
Brian.
say I need a minute, I need a
Got to
minute.
talk about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that?
I,
Yeah. I mean,
I,
oh,
I,
my
I,
bad. I missed that cue. Right here. Oh, here you go. Oh nope. Didn't. I'm just gonna have to stay missed it.
Jesus.
when I need a minute, give
Give
me
him a
that
minute.
minute
Okay.
Yes.
because it's not going to be profitable, beneficial. It's not going to be
At
constructive.
all.
Um, for anyways, and we know when all right, it's starting to turn, and nothing good happens when we're flooded. When we've got, it's like you know what,
Hmm.
I need a minute. I need a minute. You all right?
And
I
what if
need
you
a minute.
followed up with that? I need it. Well, how long is that?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the situation. And I'd say that I'd say yeah, it depends on the situation. It's more than reasonable to have a time that we put on the when we're coming back.
Mhm.
And I think that it's better to push pause and to come back than it is to have someone keep pushing to talk about it now.
I'm gonna talk about this. No! I got to talk about it now! I got to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about this.
Yeah. So okay, I'm getting better with that. Right.
Oh,
These guys. All right. So all right. So is there a better way to say it? So Keith, I think you about to chime in.
is there a better way to say it? Sometimes the way, for the sake of, like they said, for the sake of self-preservation, sometimes in that moment, that might be all we have.
I'm sorry. I can't take you serious with I
I
don't
know
think I've
Steve
ever
is.
seen Steve laugh like that.
No, I get it because
It
this
would
is
it
that.
wouldn't be funny if we didn't live it. Like
Yes.
some of us for
Man,
decades.
man. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Because we're saying I
Oh
can't
my
talk about.
God.
I need a minute. Like a lot of times with me, I mean, not, I know when we get home
Oh.
from work, a lot of times, well, I know a lot of people who get home from work and they're
Mm,
not
mm,
ready
mm.
to go because what I've explained a million times, in order to talk about my day means I have to go back into it. And
Yeah.
so if it was one of those days that it was long, traumatic, and frustrating, I might need a minute to just repackage my words, to process, to come to grips that this is my day. Okay, what parts do I want to tell? Because we talk about our day differently naturally than women do. Though women going to give you the time of day, the color of everybody's clothes, the different pins, the temperature in the room. We going to go straight fact by fact by fact, and we try to put together in our head, how do I tell her about my day without re-traumatizing myself? And so, or sometimes we are arguing or we're mad at each other. And no, like you said, she wants to talk about it now. I got to talk about it right now. And it's like, no, because if I talk about it now, it's not going to come out the way it's not going to be
Nah,
helpful.
not at all.
I need to
But
filter. I need to process.
but you know what? Devil's advocate. What happens if I don't want to talk about it? Period. I want what happened at work today to remain back then, and I don't want to talk about it at all. What like do we have an option of I don't want to talk about it ever? Let's move forward. Do we have that option?
I mean, you always
No.
have that option, but that option comes with other options. And are you prepared for those other options?
There's two
See,
ends of
that's
that
not fair.
stick.
That's not fair.
It-
That's not
It's
fair.
not about fair. It's not about fair. All right, so let's move past that because clearly we
No
want to
means
take a
no.
minute. What about if you ask a question, you say, whatever, I don't care.
Oof.
Now, you're trying to say, I believe you're trying to say, you know what, I don't have an opinion on it. You know, whatever you want is cool.
Yeah,
I'm behind you. But we tend to say, whatever, I don't care. You know, like, what do you want to eat? I don't know, whatever, I don't care. That can also come off as a little harsh.
It,
So is there a
it means
better
you ain't gonna
way?
listen to me anyway. No, it means you ain't gonna listen to me anyway. So why you even asking me?
Mm.
Because I mean, I'll say that. I can say that, or I'll just say whatever. See, I can say that, and then it'll be an argument, right? But that's exactly what it pretty much means. You're not gonna listen to me anyways. So why are you asking me? Or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
it doesn't. You ain't gonna listen to me anyways.
Mm.
Which one you
All right.
want?
I think the the first one was better than the second. I mean, but
That
there has to
see,
be.
you
I
see
mean,
what I'm.
okay. So what is a better way instead of saying whatever, I don't care, or if you really think that you're, I mean, we're all adults, so we know that we do not have the ability to control anyone. We can influence and we share our viewpoint, but we know at the end of the day that person has
Do
the
we know
ability
that
to
though,
choose.
Brian? Do we really know that? I
You
I
know, we have
I
influence.
I don't know that all of
Influence
us
is
know
another
that.
way of saying manipulation.
Oh, okay. Well, let me stop saying influence.
We can manipulate.
I don't want to say that.
No,
It's not
I
what I
mean, I
meant.
get what he said as far as influence. We have input to how, but it doesn't mean we can totally influence the situation. So, like you said, a lot of times we do try to de-escalate certain situations by not arguing or by leaving the space. Like we look for ways to not become agitated with people around us. But just because we do those things doesn't mean that
Mhm.
others we can control the reaction of others. A lot of times those responses that you said they're reactionary. We say these things after something has happened. Like Steve said, if I feel like you've been dismissive and you ignore me anyway, I am going to say whatever because I feel you don't care if I tell you what I really feel anyway. So
Exactly.
what's the point of me telling you? You keep asking me, but when I do tell you how I feel, you'll find a way to tell me, well, that's wrong, or that's not how you should feel, or why do you feel
No
like
point in
that?
talking.
Like, so why am I talking to you?
No point. So
No
it comes
point.
out whatever.
So it comes out
Doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay. Danny, I feel like you got a word. The way you, or he's like, no, I don't.
You got it.
I don't need to chime in. They done covered it. Which one is it? I'm working on my reading mind technique, you know, that I have.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I was trying to get towards saying is we don't control other people.
Mm-mm.
And I think that relationships are healthy when we embrace that as individuals and as couples. Because something as simple as you're not going to talk to me like that, you don't control that. That's not something you have power over. Now, you do have power over your response.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where you, well, we should learn how to talk from that premise. The premise of power is, hey, you know what? You a grown person. It's gonna say, we're gonna keep it like that.
I mean,
and,
grown.
and and you are free to do whatever you want. You're powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want. However, if you choose to do XYZ, my response will be LMNOP. That's power. That's what no one teaches you in school. And so we end up in these hissy fits with each other. You're not gonna talk to me. You don't control that. And because you don't control that, it's a losing argument. Who wins? Yes, I do. No, you can't. Yes, no, nobody wins that. So if nobody's going to win, why are we playing that game? My contention
Exactly.
is that it's something that we need to learn how to do as
Oh,
men, as women, especially when we come from broken homes. You haven't seen functional relationships work. It's literally just getting to the place where it's like, all right, I don't control her. He doesn't control, she doesn't control me.
man,
I'm a
just made
grown person.
You mama.
And
you
Yep.
you just
Yep.
made me think of something. An old man once freed me when we during those younger years. When again you fight after they say your mama, and he said why? He said that is the dumbest thing. He said this person can say your mama with his last breath because I kill him. It's like okay, great, and as
Mhm.
he's dying, his last breath to you is still your mama, and he was like
Doesn't
so.
change anything.
Right. It doesn't change anything. And so even though I feel like I've taken my power back. No, he still went out disrespecting your mama. So what's the point? Like again, you can't control his mouth. Leave. Walk away. Or say something or say something else back. But my point is there's certain things you cannot handle or
Control.
should not handle, especially with violence, because he said your mama. That's it. Does he know? Like I had that. Does he know your
mama?
does he know your mama? And then just say something back. And I shouldn't learn. Well, he shouldn't have told me to do that because
Mm.
that went bad. But my point is,
I think
Uh,
you muted. You
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 muted.
muted.
daggone it. I was saying, let me put some proverbs on that where
Proverbs
it
on it.
says even a fool
Even a fool.
is thought wise when he holds his tongue.
Yep. When he shut
It's
up.
Oof.
like, yeah, it's just like sometimes the
Jesus
best
Christ.
thing to say is
Nothing.
nothing at all. It
Look.
literally, and I can't remember the day that I figured this out, but it takes two to argue.
I tell that's my I
Man.
should get on a t-shirt. It takes two.
Man.
It takes two.
Takes
Man.
two. And so if one person chooses, I'm not doing this. Not today,
Not today,
Satan.
Satan.
Yep. Yep. Not
So
today.
let me ask
then
you
they-
this:
Go ahead.
with that, you say it takes two. What if
It
the
does.
person like the last word? You know how people gotta get the last word. Like how do you handle that?
But you know
Why do you
what
need
what's
that?
been
Why
working
do you need
for
that?
but
What do you say?
you know what's been working for a lot of my couples recently that I've been telling them, and I'll they'll be in a session and they'll just be arguing, going back and forth. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I tell them, I said, y'all sound like attorneys in a courtroom. You're just trying to prove a point, X, Y, and Z. And I turn to them, I say, has there ever been a time in this relationship that the other person has stopped and said, you know what, I'm wrong and you totally right?
Mm,
And they'll say,
no.
no, never. I said, then what's the point of we arguing right now? What is the point? You're arguing just for the sake of arguing, and you're never going to hear that other person say what it is that you want them to want them to say, which is, I'm wrong and you are right. And sometimes, even if that is to happen, that's still not enough. So what's the point of why we're doing this? And some people get to thinking like, oh yeah, this is pointless. This is unnecessary
They're
energy
airing
that's
out
just
their
being,
mind.
yeah, yeah,
That's it. Airing out their
this is stupid. You're never going to get that. Oh, you're 100% right. I'm 100% wrong. Let's do exactly what you. That's never going to happen. The way that we're talking to each other. So why are we doing this? Why are we going back and forth? It's
Because
never happened.
yeah, we like playing losing games.
Oh.
We do.
Was that maze or say the games that people play?
Why is that?
Because we've watched them be played our whole lives. All right.
I'm
Yeah,
on.
you
you
come
know
in a
what?
broken home, you've only seen losing games. I mean, so you think that's
Yeah.
how the game is played until you win. But as we said, no one's going to win.
Never.
If you win, your relationship
Everybody
just
win.
lost.
That's probably why
Yep.
we never saw a winner. Because those relationships tried to hold on as long as they could. All right, so say you're arguing. Got another statement. You're going back and forth, and the guy says, "Calm down."
That's the worst thing he could ever say.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Now,
you in your feelings. Calm down.
I've said it multiple times, and let me just
and it never works.
Ever. That is the worst thing you could possibly
Simmer down now.
Simmer
Simmer
down
down now. Simmer down now.
now. Yeah, don't say that.
but I mean, one thing that I did hear is that someone said, let's calm down so that we can talk because it's going off the rails, something like that. Like, but we all agree that saying calm down when you're arguing does not help. So what is a better term to say if you feel
It's not a
like
term.
it's
It's not a term. It's how
Okay.
it's how it's your reaction to that.
Your whole
What I've
demeanor.
seen that works, even just even in my relationship, if she's starting to get amp, if she's starting to get, I start to get down to a whisper. Okay, so and it works. I know it sounds crazy. Try it.
Well, no,
It
the
works.
Bible talks about it. A soft
Yeah,
answer turns away wrath.
just start whispering like, oh, okay, yeah, are you, and you start and they be like, why are you? Oh, okay, just try it. It ain't gonna say it's gonna work 100% of the time, but just try it. I mean, or you can just get amp right with them and see what happens, or tell them to calm down and see how that works out for
I
you.
don't
That'll
advise
work.
that.
That's the reason why our voice register is so low. It is not. No. All right, so calm down. Nah. Okay. What about your overthinking? I mean, these are
Just tell
common
them
terms that
they
men
in
say.
their emotions. You might as well say that. See what
So
happens.
what is better to say? Like if instead of, we feel as though they're over processing or, you're thinking about it way too much, you're going left and I was trying to go this way and you took my words and you went that way. Like what is a better term to say other than you're overthinking?
You're crazy. Start trying to break it down. Just break it down. Like oh, let's break this down. Let's
Your
let's
overthinking is
systematically
not a-
talk. Yeah.
It's not a bad statement per se, because sometimes a lot of women know they do, or not just women. A lot of people know they have a tendency when they're feeling anxious, they overthink, they overprocess, they overanalyze. So sometimes they want that reminder. Is because again, like
Yeah.
Steve said, it's not just a phrase or a magic phrase or magic saying. Sometimes most times it's demeanor, it's body language, it's it's gifts, it's bringing food, it's
And put it back on you. Put it back on y'all. Don't say you're overthinking. Say we're overthinking it. So that way it looks like you're not pointing the finger at that other person. You're just saying we as
we're
a
making
whole are
we're making
overthinking
this harder than it needs to be. Let's sit
We're
down.
making
You're making it harder than what it needs to be.
We're making this harder than it needs to be. Let's talk about this.
we are making this harder,
are
not
making- 'cause
you,
this-
because we already know they're making it hard, but manipulation at this point.
Got to say this, again, if you have questions, you reach out to us at tablemics@gmail.com. We will answer your questions and we will try to do it without lying to you. Okay, so but I mean, going back to overthinking, that when I hear it, I'm trying to think and looking at it through like rose-colored glasses, it comes off as if you're devaluing their thought, their process. Is there a way again to not devalue the thought and process, but also try to, maybe put in I want to say boundaries, but parameters, to say, okay,
Just yeah. Instead of telling them what they're doing wrong, just provide an immediate solution. Let's simplify this.
Most of them,
That's like it's just I mean, because you telling them that you're overthinking this now is okay. Now you're wrong. Hey, let's simplify this. Let's that's not really
get
telling
accused of
them that
man,
they're doing
you're
wrong.
man, you're man,
You're
you're
putting it back on.
mansplaining. You're mansplaining when you do that, and you're giving me a solution when I just wanted you to listen to how I was feeling. I didn't ask. So if you give them a solution, you may be met
Do you know what the
with.
answer you're gonna get? Whatever. Whatever.
I mean, it's
Doesn't matter.
real.
Whatever.
It's real. So, because again, it sometimes, as I've learned, some people are not looking for a solution. They just want to vent
Man.
or tell you how terrible their day was, or how much
Yeah.
their sibling or their relative gets on their nerves, or
Ooh,
how they hate
thank
the
God I
person
ain't
at the
gotta deal
job,
with
or how
this
these
no
kids are
more.
driving
Ooh.
me crazy. And I don't really want you to fix it, because again, as a man,
Mm.
we're
Fixes.
wired logically to find the
fix
problem and fix it.
Mhm.
So
because that's what we usually express. Like if you're talking to me, it's because you have a problem
yeah,
that
but
needs
but
fixing.
but a lot of times when people are overthinking, or they are in their feelings, they're not always looking for that to be immediately fixed. They just want to be heard initially
And validate it. I mean, saying,
and
yo, that
valid.
sucks.
Yeah.
That ain't right. What?
Yeah.
Nah.
It
Crazy.
sounds like you're frustrated right now.
Yep. Amen.
Yes, I am. You know how much that will do to just
It does a
acknowledge
lot.
and I learned a long time ago. I learned this being a principal
Mhm.
is when people feel heard, they shut
Can't
up.
go get it.
They do a lot of times. A lot of times they
I-
do.
I'm just trying to tell you. And
I hate
so
this. I hate my math teacher. Okay.
Mhm,
You still got to go back to class. Okay.
mhm. So yeah, but what I'm hearing is that, and then a question when it's like you're going back and forth. One of my therapist, buddy, friend, client, we got all kind of complications in our relationship. Is he says this question: what do you want me to hear that I'm not hearing? And now, what is it that you want me to see that I'm not yet seeing, that I'm not yet? And so you kind of set the stage for, I'm really trying to hear you. I don't want to be dismissive, and I'm going to be quiet, but I need you to lock in and communicate in a way that I can grasp it without the noise signal. Give me more signal, less noise, less tone, less, like, give me a little.
Oh.
I really want to hear it. And to be honest, why I want to hear it is so I can acknowledge it, and then we could just be done with it and just, okay, all right, this is what it is.
It
Because
was so
then we
close.
can
There has
move
to be a
forward.
disclaimer.
Right.
It has
There's a
to be.
disclaimer for this. For anybody listening, there's a disclaimer
Come
that
on,
all
Steve.
these suggestions that we're giving out does not work on anybody with a borderline personality disorder. Just letting you know, it does not work. Nothing works. Just you gotta pray. You gotta pray.
No, you don't have to pray.
It does not work.
So I walk away,
You gotta
right?
leave.
Run.
No. So you gotta
When's that book
backflip
coming
out.
out? That sounds like the book title. Run, Forrest.
Run to the forest. That's what you're talking about. Run to solitude. All right. All right. What if you hear the term, it's not that serious?
That's manipulation.
Okay.
to me. Because who are you to say that?
Yeah, my feelings aren't valid.
Yeah, no, that's dismissive, not manipulation. It's very dismissive. It can turn into manipulation when, yeah, I'm gonna let the therapist jump in there, but you cannot have a healthy relationship and continuously be dismissive on somebody. And I would say that we have to normalize the conversations where people are able to verbalize having that experience to the person who's creating it and getting the support to manage it so that you aren't in isolation, literally about to go crazy because you trying to make a relationship work with a person who's doing jujitsu on your insides.
Yeah.
So in
You gotta make
nowhere
sure you
does
don't.
it mean no, go Steve.
No, I was just gonna say, even hell, just thinking about conversations with my girl. Certain things. As women get older, or whatnot, clothes don't fit as like they normally fit, and she's saying certain things. I definitely want to say sometimes that ain't that serious. You look fine. You X, Y, and Z, but you don't say that because to her it is serious. Maybe
Yes.
not to you, and you have to work with that. Give them understanding. Hey, regardless, I still love you, but you can't say, hey, it's not that serious. You tripping? No, don't do that because that's invalidating their feelings that they're experiencing right then and there.
Even though
Sometimes they
even
know
if you're
those.
not
Yeah,
even
Yeah.
if you're not
sometimes
trying to
they're like,
invalidate
"Hey,
feelings.
am I tripping?" If she's
Sometimes.
like, "Hey, am I tripping?" And then sometimes
Ooh, that's
it's
the trick.
appropriate to.
That's the trick.
It might be a
That's a
trick.
trap door.
It's a trick. It's a
It,
trick
it, it,
question
Depends
every
on the
time.
person too.
it depends on the
Depends on the person.
situation, and it depends on the person,
Boy.
So
right?
what we need to do is we need to also offer our services that when everyone's in these arguments that we're in the background, like,
Put the
oh
Bluetooth
no,
in.
like
Just put the Bluetooth in.
yeah, like don't say that. Don't
They
don't
need to
don't fall. It's a trap. It's
they
a
need to
trap.
see that crazy
Travis,
girlfriend
Travis.
matrix.
Fake a heart
They
attack.
need to.
Fake a heart attack. Don't answer that.
Run. Drop your button. Run.
Right. Stop your better run. Like,
Speaking of butt, honey, does my butt look fat in this dress?
huh?
Well, some guys like fat butts.
Like I like fat.
Well, not even butt, because
Get out.
some
Can't
people
even
do
say
like butt.
that.
But do I look fat in this dress? Do I look fat in this dress? That's a setup.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Disaster.
It is a setup, and there are ways that you can work around it, but it's a setup.
So this is a question that I have. And you mentioned stuff like if you're being asked a question that you know the real answer is not going to be received, then or the person doesn't want to hear the real answer. Why do they ask the question?
It's a setup. He just said it.
I mean,
Listen. The reason the question was asked
why are
is
you
because
getting
they
so loud?
already know the answer. They want to
They
see
sure
what you are
do.
going to say. And
And they gonna
Let me
put
see
it
how
on you.
dumb he
They gonna
actually
blame you.
is.
yeah. So there's a right answer, and she wants to see. And sometimes, really,
All right.
we have to give it. Like there are some things that like no, you are not leaving. No, I can't let you go out like that. I'm not letting you leave the house like that. So sometimes we do have to say, we have to tell the truth. I don't think that compliments you well, or there's other things that
That's for
compliment
my
you.
eyes only.
Right. You out
Okay,
here
so then what are some statements that we can say right now? Men do not answer. It is a trap.
or just know how to answer. Because
Do you get on my nerves? Is that one of them?
That's not a question.
Yeah, that's a statement. Like there are ways to answer
That's
to
a
get out of
declaration.
it. Right. And then
Oh look, dude. The system done froze Keith. Oh goodness. He was about ready to drop some
oh,
knowledge. All right, there you go. You back.
okay. Wow, that was all I said. There's ways to answer questions honestly. And again, I call we do have to change the narrative a little bit, because don't ask me a question that you're not ready to hear the answer for. Now we do have, as men, have to do a better job at softening up some of our answers because we're used to talking to one another. And man, you going bald? Yeah. Because I'm like, man, you losing all your hair. And I'm like, I know that, but you ain't have to say. Like, I can take the guy saying that to me because that's how we talk to one another. But we will take that same method and go talk to the women in our lives who they don't respond. Not so good.
Sure don't.
They don't. It will start.
But you know what? How honest are you guys with your girls though? Like,
and not
if
just
our feet.
This is daughters. This is daughters.
Oh yeah, just period. If our feet stink, or if something's out of place or whatnot, they're quick to tell us. If our woman's breath smell a little bit tart, are you gonna tell her? Are you gonna tell her? Are you gonna tell her?
Yeah, that's where you gonna tell them. You offer like, wait a minute, what you had to eat? There's ways that.
But would you just be straight? Okay.
You have to use tact.
So you would
use questions.
Use tact.
You use questions.
You want some gum?
Do you want some gum?
But the people who need it always the ones that are like, no, I'm good. They refuse it. No, I'm okay.
No. Take this. Take this. Take this.
Then you take off the dew. Take that dew off and like, you need some gum.
But think about that though. We are very careful about being able to correct certain things. Like, you know, if I got a booger, she's like, we get that out your nose. If she got something, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure we're not in front of anybody. We got it's a whole bunch of things that we have to do to make sure that we are protecting their feelings at that point in time. You know, so there's a lot of stuff that men have to do in order to, for one, make sure that there's no arguments, and two, make sure that your woman's feelings are protected.
And that's an important being a man of tact is much better than impulsively just if you can't tell, we have several decades of experience making some really dumb mistakes. And I think that counts for something.
It does.
I think that counts for something.
If you learn from it.
Yeah,
you got to. I learned from these
and we're
guys.
still learning.
We are every day.
I'd be calling in the middle of the night, Keith, man, we had an argument. He'd just be laughing at me. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? It's serious. She said that I said this about it and I didn't say anything, and it's so frustrating. Just walking in the middle, and Keith just yeah, he's just laughing like, man, turn around and walk back home. Man, but I'm trying to get my thoughts straight, man. Just go back home. And sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. I mean, I always went home. Let me make sure I say that. I always went home.
You ain't go home?
I went home. Man.
Sometimes you didn't.
16 years in. We were both laughing the other day saying this is the longest relationship we ever been in.
I stayed on the porch.
On the porch by yourself.
Because she gonna ask you. So when did that happen?
Right.
What she gonna ask? I'm like, in the first 5 to 10 years after that, you know, got used to it. I mean, I'll be honest. There were times where with any couple, you know, it could be like days. We talked about like silent treatment and stuff like that. But as you get to know the person and you wake up and you're like, you know what, I'm going to give you my best. And if I don't do that, I tried my best. And you kind of speed through what used to be a long period of time of confusion, of disharmony. And you just get through it and you're able to move on because you have to really know your partner and then say, you know what, this person did not wake up and say to themselves they were going to F up my life.
Malicious intent.
If you know that, then you can really go through anything.
Because there's a way, I'm sorry, I'm going back. There's a way to say things. And then there is a need. Yes, while there is a need for us to soften our blow sometimes.
Time for everything.
There's a time for there's a need for them to toughen up a little bit too. I'm gonna say it
for all of us because we can have some thin skin as well.
Yes, we can. We can have some very. I mean, we have those things. Like I'm glad I'm not sensitive about my hair because that man was loud and proud. Your hair fall. Shut up, man. Yes, I know what's going on up here. I see you too. Leave me alone. But if I was thin-skinned about it, I would have melted down that day
Right.
and been in the corner crying in the fetal position. Like again, when it get low enough, I'm joining the gang. I'm shaving it, looking like
But
the
I'll
rest
say
of
this: I don't
Come
think
on,
that
Vince.
it's
I'm going to
about.
Turkey.
I don't.
Nah.
I don't think it's about thin skin. I mean, I don't think
Let's
it's
go
about
with
thin skin. I think it's if you're repeatedly disparaging your person, constant. It's like beef tenderizing. If you
But
to
sometimes
tenderize
we're
beef,
not
you got
trying
to
to
keep punching it.
sometimes
So
we're
if
not
you're
trying to
punching
disparage.
it though,
If hypothetically weight was used, if weight has been gained or health is not at where they would like it, and you are concerned about their health because of maybe habits that they have, should you continue to say, "Oh no, you baby, you are I like you the way you are," or "You're fine, you don't have to lose weight," or because it's not about disparaging them, but that's how it feels. So we got to separate what is versus what you feel. What you feel is seen, you feel vulnerable, you feel violated, and but the reality is, I'm just telling you because I'm concerned, and I love you enough to tell you I'm concerned. You're doing things that are not helping your health, and I want you because again, I want you here with me. I want you to be healthy together. I don't want you to
but that's a
I see how
positive way of saying that
yeah,
though.
it
That
is.
is a positive. It's not saying you fat and you need to
Yes.
lose weight. Because I remember, look, I mean, if you think about when we were playing basketball and we had, Quick on there, and I had on that jersey. Now it was
But you
that
lost that weight
jersey
after
looked like
talking to Quick.
I lost that weight, right?
And Quick didn't say,
But
Brian,
no,
I
it
feel
wasn't.
like
It actually
you're
wasn't
gaining
him.
weight.
It wasn't the fact that he got on me. I mean, that helped. It was the fact that my wife sent me a picture of
Like, this
me on
you?
the court, and I looked like I mean, it
Enough
looked like I had
fluffiness.
folds. And I even remember the post that I put on Facebook. I was like, "Look, this is Bryant," and Bryant grew up as a two guard, and Bryant in his mind still looked like a two. Still feels like a two guard, but his body's saying, tractor trailer.
Man, we were running fast in slow motion.
Yeah. But it took that. It took the picture, me seeing it, and it was like, okay, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't see it in the mirror because the mirror, I've seen the progression. But when I saw the entire body,
you put that jersey on. When we
I
Now,
had
could
to
you
put
have
that
done that
Dr.
to your
Pepper
wife?
down. Huh?
Could you have done that to your wife? Could you have shown her a picture of herself? Like if that was the issue, would
No,
you
she's seen
give her a picture
pictures
of
and
herself?
she was like, I
No, he
know where I
said
was
if the roles
before.
were reversed. And
That's
she
Oh, the
different,
roles
Steve.
If
were
the roles were
reversed.
reversed,
That's different.
would you have given her a
Would,
picture?
would you give her a
Would I have given
picture?
her a picture? I would.
That's
Would you give her
different.
a picture?
I mean, how she interprets the picture is different. But
Don't do it.
didn't we just say
Go
you gotta
ahead
have
and
that
play
strong
mind
relationship?
games with yourself. You go ahead if you
No, I
want.
want her to
Ahead,
do
send
it.
her
You
a
see,
picture. You're gonna be
you
walking
hand her a
down the
picture.
street tonight.
I take flattering
It's
pictures.
gonna be some phone calls tonight.
There's gonna be some phone
I
calls.
take flattering pictures. I love
All
my
I
wife.
did was send her a picture and said, "See right here, this where you used to be skinny."
I ain't gonna do that. See, that's
we
the,
just gonna be
see, look, you just
laughing.
added something
We
to it.
just gonna be laughing.
You just
You
adding
did
stuff
what?
to it. You
Wait,
send her a
wait.
picture.
Send her what?
Now you adding
Wait,
stuff.
hold on. Let me call Danny and tell this fool what you did. Tell him what this food is. Let me get him on three way.
They gonna have a
Sinbad was
special.
trying to train
Is
us.
he sweating?
Yeah, I'm
Sinbad,
sweating.
yeah, he was trying to train us. He was like, "No, I didn't even see it till you pointed it out.
Right.
The way your butt drags in the sand. Come on, write my name like you used to."
Oh my God.
This guy.
Oh,
But no, I do
my
believe that we
God.
need to, there's a way to be honest. There's a way to express. I'm trying to bring us back. I need y'all to come back. I need y'all to come back. Come on. No, Steve, come back into the frame. You got
Just see it.
Steve got his camera crying.
Mm.
Because the focus is on the back.
It is.
It's on the
Yeah, you gotta move
DBT.
back. You gotta get back into that. But don't worry. But yeah, there's a way. I think we're all saying that there's a way to convey a message. That you have to use tact. That honesty can happen, but you have to use it. There's a way to be honest. We're not saying you just lie just to lie. that as you're trying to, but you can be tactful and protect their feelings while you're also giving them the truth that they need to hear.
This applies to daughters too.
That does. I don't have that problem.
don't have that
This is for
problem.
those that have daughters. Y'all can speak on
Yes,
that.
especially when they get to that 17, 18, 19, 20 age and they feeling themselves and Jesus. You trying to have again the hyper everything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law if it ain't what they desire you say. And so, and it's a lot of times it's not to hurt feelings, it's the reality. Dad, how you like my dress? And no dad ever, I mean, we all just kind of, okay, it's a dress. It's because we can't say it's tight. The slit's too high. The back is out. Where's the front? Where's the slit? Like, where are you going again?
Yeah.
And so,
Right.
yeah, you need to, like, again, and if you actually say how you feel, again, it can.
There's ways. I like the yellow dress. Like, do you still have the yellow?
Nah, Dad, I wore that
You
one
saying
already.
redirection.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
They already saw me in that. Like, who's they? Who is they?
Of course, you would go with that as all your girl dads. Who's they?
Yeah, so it's hard. It's hard sometimes knowing what to say, and how to say it. It is mental gymnastics, and a lot of guys, again, it's exhausting, and we don't practice it every day. We're used to talking to guys for the most part, so I don't.
So I was gonna say, how do you practice it?
You do it,
Yeah.
and then you mess up.
Okay, I'm glad
And
we
then you
didn't
do it
say
again.
practice with someone else. That's not what we're saying. Practice.
Yeah, you gotta
Make sure the iron tables is not.
You said,
We do not
you said
subscribe
practice
to
with your
cheating.
mistress.
No, we do not subscribe to cheating or having other families or all that other
Practice
stuff.
with the side piece, huh? Practice with the side piece.
Where's that
There ain't nothing to
disclaimer?
lose there.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Thank you. The iron table does not subscribe to something like that.
Yeah, we have to practice, build our vocabulary. I call it the emotional vocabulary. We need to build our emotional vocabulary, words that describe feelings, and even becoming better storytellers ourselves, where we use pointless colors and times like they do.
Why are you gonna say pointless?
Because to us, it's point. Like, I don't need to know what Renee's dress.
Irrelevant.
Like, these
Irrelevant.
details are irrelevant, but they are relevant
Useless
to women.
information.
They are relevant to women because
We say some irrelevant stuff too. All them stats about all these players that we've never met ever a day in our life, will never meet a day in our life. That's useless information too. So we do the same thing.
Go into detail about Renee's dress, her shoes, the hairstyle she had, and this is her third child. Like, you're telling me about Felicia, why Felicia got fired, but you got to tell me about Renee first and give me all the details about Renee. And I'm still waiting for the correlation.
So is it that men don't have that much time to really hear and listen?
We haven't had the practice, and we're going to mess up. We're going to like put our foot in our mouths
all the time.
And the thing is, do you have the fortitude to recover? I have this one thing, I call it the replay and redo. We talk about sports, right? So we're able to watch in game film and be like, that was really dumb. And so it's okay to be like, yeah, that was dumb.
But you're talking about yourself, though. You're not talking about the other person.
I'm talking about having a conversation with the other player. Say, baby, I need to replay and redo.
Watch a game film.
If I disagree with the previous version of myself that said this, and I would like to retract that. I have
what I was
on
saying
multiple occasions can't come to say, I need to retract that. I know that's what I said, and like that wasn't what I meant, or that didn't need to be said, or it's okay to mess up and learn from that mistake and grow. I think we need to normalize making mistakes. What sports do you have players that don't make mistakes? It's a part of the game. And so when we're talking about romantic relationships, you're going to hurt each other. You're going to piss each other off. You're going to have misunderstandings. You're going to offend. You're going like it's impossible. There's no such thing as happily ever after. It's bound to happen. It's how you recover, not whether or not you make mistakes.
You bring up a excellent point, because a lot of times with my couples, the one I would say this has worked 100% when needed, when they see themselves or hear themselves arguing with the other person. If it has been something that I've told them, hey, record yourself next time that y'all are arguing, or videotape whatever itself, and then we're gonna listen to it, or we're gonna review it back and whatnot. I'm telling you, there is something about looking at that game footage that it like light bulbs just go off, and they're not looking at the other person, they're looking at themselves like, oh,
Ooh, I
what
said
did
that.
that's me. So it's reviewing that game footage is key. It is
It is.
key.
It is.
Okay.
When it's done in a
Man.
Because then you
therapeutic
could do
setting.
the
Oh yeah,
redo, the replay, and the redo.
yeah.
Because but just
It
recording
could
your
be. It
spouse and
could.
saying,
It,
"See,
yeah.
this is what you do." They don't
Yeah,
they
that's
don't.
Ooh, don't do
weaponizing.
that.
You know?
Yep, weaponizing right there.
So in a therapeutic setting, I recommend that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, to kind of recap, there's certain things that we acknowledge that we say, as men, that we how we say it matters. What
Every
we
day.
say can often be misunderstood, or
Every
we
day.
can't leave it in the land of misunderstanding. You gotta like I heard, increase our vocabulary,
Correct.
increase our emotional, is it emotional intelligence too? I don't want to.
Yeah, that's part of the increasing the emotional vocabulary. You
Intelligence,
gotta increase
awareness.
that intelligence so you know how to use the words. Because as men, we would mess it up. We use everything wrong.
Another thing I find that helps is talk to somebody before you talk to the person. Bounce the
Yeah.
ideas off.
Yes. The right person.
Ooh,
The
wee.
right
Right.
person.
Boy, you have man. Oh my God.
Uh
Woo.
oh. Well, I think we
I
done broke through it.
I could not
Come
be
on.
sitting. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be sitting here. It is by the grace of God. I talked to the wrong person, and had this been in the age where cell phones were out, and woo, boy,
Jail.
just
In
know, if
the
you have
grave.
to go through if you have to go through things to figure out some things about your spouse that may, what you're doing may put you in jail, it's just leave. Just leave. Just leave.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
worth
always
it.
best to. You can recover.
Because anytime you think like, I got degree, why am I doing this? Is stupid. All for nothing. All for nothing.
But as we
This
always
is
say,
dumb.
find professional help. Can't just, if you don't have a community, and even sometimes, even if you do have a community,
Mm.
you got to have people that will challenge the way that you think. You can't have somebody that's just always in your corner, like, yeah, that ain't right. That ain't right. Yeah, you need to go do such and such. Nah,
Yeah, let's
that's
go
not.
get her. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oof.
need somebody in your village that will challenge, someone that will cause you, that will hear you, validate your feelings, even as raw as they are, but then ask the right question in order to see, are you it, are you angry at the person? Are you angry at the situation? And is there any way that they can be separated so that you're not um reacting to something that someone might have done involuntary?
Mhm.
Because
She
we
hit
always
you,
got to remember,
go
there's two
upside her
different
head.
people. That you got two people from two different backgrounds, two different lived experiences, trying to make it make sense in a way that they understand it. And sometimes they may not understand it, and all they're asking for is understanding. Or can you say it a different way? Steve is laughing. What is it? I mean, come on.
I'm just thinking. The
Okay.
experiences are definitely yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just
Okay.
by the grace of God. By the
Right.
grace of God.
All right. Well, before I play our wonderful exit music, you always got to ask this question. You got some parting words or final thoughts? Anyone? We're quiet. We're afraid to say something. Parting words, final thoughts.
I already said it.
Mm.
You already
Yeah, I
reiterated.
think we said a lot.
Learn to be better communicators. It. I believe anything can be said. Anything. It's not always about making a person comfortable because sometimes it's about tending to a situation or giving the support that they're asking. If you really love me, don't lie to me. So we'll find ways to tell the truth, even if it stings a little bit, but don't crush. That's where we can learn those words. We could beef up our vocabulary, or I was going to get fancy with some words where we just expound on words that express how deeply we care, and why we want them to change or do things differently. Um, but it's yeah, that's all I got. Uh,
hmm
beef up them words. Get that word count up.
And shoot,
You'll
before
better
you
speak
you
your
you even
language.
say them words, before you say them words, just take 5 seconds before you say something and think about, is what I'm about to say about to help or hurt this conversation?
We really be thinking it's about the help.
You
I'm sorry, your part word.
You need
mean well, right?
constructively
We
ask
do.
think about the person that you're talking to,
We're
and
like,
then
no,
think about
baby.
what it is that you're about to say, and ask yourself, is this really about to help this conversation or hurt the conversation,
Like your
depending on
breath
this
don't
person
stink
that I'm
like it
talking
used to,
to?
baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is
That's
it just me
that's
or
final
am I
thought.
hearing music?
It's just you. Nah, I'm just playing.
Nah,
It
over there smoking.
was playing something in the background. It's just you.
Oh, okay. I don't hear no
Anyone else
music.
hear it? Nah. All right.
I heard it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just there's a time for everything
Everything.
and a season for every activity
Yes, sir.
under the sun. So there's a time to be more direct.
Yep.
There's a time to
Shut up.
and not unnecessarily offend.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna close with this one. I believe in honesty, but honesty doesn't have to be hurtful.
It does not.
Well, it doesn't have to be harmful. Sometimes what you say may hurt. There's a difference between hurt and harm. When you go to the dentist, does it hurt?
Mm.
Yeah, it hurts, but
Mm.
is he harming you? No, he's helping you. Sometimes helping hurts. And but we can speak the truth in love. And that's what I want to close with. Speak the truth in love.
All right. Well, that's been parting words, final thoughts. All right. Well, this has been the Iron Table. Thank you for those that are watching live, and for those that are watching after we've gone live. Again, like, subscribe, and share. And then also we'll try
That's all,
to.
folks.
Yeah, that is it. But more importantly, as always, find professional help. If you don't have a community, definitely find professional help. Too many people are out there trying to do this by themselves, and you're not alone. There's millions, billions of other people in this world. Just make sure you find the right one.
Welcome to the Iron Table, where iron sharpens iron. So should men sharpen men. I am your host, Brian, and I'm joined by my brothers, Keith, Danny, and Steve. We pull up the chair.
Check that out.